Welcome everyone. We are starting a new topic, that is intersection of solids. Now what are we going to learn in this particular topic? We are going to see how the solids will look if they are intersecting each other. Say now for example, all of you know prism. Square prism all of you know. Suppose you take one square prism and it is resting in HP on its face. So that means it is standing upright. And to that prism you are intersecting by another prism at 90 degrees. Now when these two prisms intersect, how will be the lines at their common point when they are where they are intersecting? That is the topic. In fact, we will go ahead and gradually we will see what it means. So to begin with, first let me draw a square prism in a normal position, just one single prism. So I will draw, let's say, XY line. Then here I will draw the solid, which is a prism, square prism. So suppose we name it as, let's say, A, B, C and D. Then this edge will be the edge at A, this will be edge at B, this will be edge at C, and this will be edge at D, which is behind. Because when you see in this direction, then B is seen, C is on the right side, A is on the left side, and D is behind, so it is dotted. So we have drawn this prism in this position, and then we have drawn its front view and its top view. Now we try to draw the side view, so for which if we project it like this, so this is the edge at A which will be seen, then there is edge at B which will be also seen, and then this is the top surface, and the edge at C will not be seen. Okay, then we'll name this. This is D, this is A, this is C, and this is B. So what we have done at this stage is, this XY line, what we have done at this stage is, we have drawn simply one square prism whose dimensions are given to us, base, edge, length is given, height is given, and let us say it is making, its face is making certain angle, let's say 30-degree angle with the VP. And in that position, we have drawn the top view, front view and the left hand side view of the prism. Now what we have to learn is that on this particular say prism, on this surface BC, suppose this surface BC is there. Where is this BC surface? This BC surface is this BC surface. Because when you see in this direction, this BC surface is here. Now where is this BC surface in this view? That means when you look in this direction, BC surface is not seen. It is not seen. So this is the BC surface which is not seen. Therefore this edge is dotted. This is outline, so this will not be hidden. So this is seen. But this edge of the surface which is there, this edge, that edge has gone. When you see in this direction, it has gone on the back side. So this surface is here, and this is how it is seen. Now see, what we do is, on this particular BC surface, somewhere here, I am marking one point P. Let me mark here one point whose name is P. and we are asked to show this point P in the other two views. Now what we will do here, first is we have to draw the projector lines, because when you see from top, P will be obviously in this line somewhere. So we draw a line like this, and since it is lying on surface BC, that means P will be here. That means the top view of point P will be here. Front view of the point P is given to us. Top view of the point P we are drawn by drawing a projector line like this. Now what will be the side view of point P? That means this point P, if you look in the left hand side direction, from the left side, this is the left hand side view, then where will be point P seen? Now since the height of the point is this much from the HP, above HP it is by this much, that means it will have to be in this level somewhere. It will be at this height, it cannot be below this, because its height from the HP is this much. So since the height is this much, that height will remain same. That means somewhere, now this is the BC surface, somewhere on this BC surface, somewhere here, this point P will be there. Now exactly where it will be, that you have to decide. For that we are making use of the top view. Now top view says that it is here. So when you project it like this, and like this, and like this, then that will finalize the position of point P. So we can definitely say that point P is here. So we were given at the start point P in the front view like this, and we have found out the position of point P in the other two views. Okay. Now what we do is, we have projected point P in all the three views. Now what is coming next after point? If you join all the so many points, then it becomes a line. So here what we now do is, I am going to draw one line here. So there is one line here. This line is coming and touching to the square prism at this point. So imagine that there is one line coming like this, and that line is touching to the prism like this. Now where is this line in the top view? This line in the top view will be here. So because when you see from the top, this is the position of line P, which is coming and touching to the prism at point P. Now the same line, if you see from the left hand side, where will be that line? That line will be seen just like a point. The line will be seen just like a point like this. Okay, so first we have drawn a point P and shown that in two views. Then we have drawn a line which is touching to the prism at point P, and that line we have drawn in the other two views. Now we will extend further. What we will do is, we will extend this line further, and what will happen is, if you extend the line further, then it will go inside the prism. So this line will go inside the prism, and then it will come out from here. So if we make that attempt, what will happen? I will draw here. Right? This is what will happen. That means this line which has come and touched to the prism at P, that line if you try to continue further, then it will come out from the prism from the other side at point Q. So the line P and Q, it will be going into the prism, touching to the prism at point P and Q. Now where is point Q here? If you want to show point Q, what you have to do is, you will have to draw a projector line which is passing from Q, and draw one more projector line in the horizontal direction like this, so that you will now definitely say that this is the position of point Q and this is the line. And between P and Q, the line is inside, therefore this part of the line will be dotted line. So what we have done now is, first we have drawn a point, then we have drawn a line, then we have drawn that line further towards left, so that it has gone inside the prism and it has come out of the prism. The same line in the top view will look like this, and the same line in the side view will look like this, where P and Q, both the points, if you see in this direction, P and Q, both the points will be coinciding. The entire line will be seen as a point. Correct? Now what we do is, next thing is, we draw just like this line PQ. We will draw one more line. The name of the line is ST. So there is one point here, S. So just like what we have done for P, now let us say there is point S. Now where is point S? In this view. So that is now simple. What we have done, same thing we have to do. This will be point S. So point S in the top view will be here, Point S in the front view will be here, and the same point S in the left hand side view will be where? It will be here. So this is the position of point S. S here, S here, S here. So we have shown point S. First we have shown point P. Now we have shown point S. So on this surface there are 2 points. One is P, one is S. This is S, this is S, this is S. This is P, this is P, this is P. Now like this example, we draw a line which will touch to the prism at point S. So that line will be here. That line will be here. Okay. Now same way, this line will go into the prism and it will come out of the prism like this. So that this is S and this point is T. So where is that point T? For point T, we have to project this point because T will be in this line only. It will not be here and there. So we project this line point, they project this point upwards, and here also we draw like this, so that we can definitely say that this line will come out of the prism from this point, which is point T. So the line has gone inside the prism and then it has come out of the prism from this point. So this is S, this is T, this is S, this is T, this is S, and the same point is T. Same point is T. Right? So now we have drawn 2 lines here, one here and one here, 2 lines we have drawn. Now suppose like point P and point S, we are now going to draw several points. That means suppose we join this P and S, and then we say that between P and S there are say thousands of points on this line PS. Suppose there are 1000 points, and suppose you try to draw all the 1000 points here, then where will be those 1000 points? The the top view of all these 1000 points will be here. So this 1000 points means what? It will be a line. So all the 1000 points, 10,000 points when you join, they will be showing you as a line. Now this is a line which is on the prism. Now where is line SP on the prism in the front view? Here. Where is the same line SP on the prism in the top view? It will be here. Where is same line SP on the prism when you see from the left side? It will be here, and it is dotted because it is not seen. Because it is not seen. It is behind. Okay. So now what we are going to say is that this prism is cut by, suppose I join it like this, then you can say that this is a plane. So there is one plane, this plane is coming and touching to the prism at this line. Okay, and our job is to show where is this prism, where is this plane in all the 3 views. So this plane is shown like this, and in the top view it is shown like this. This is the plane, and that plane will come out from here and it will continue like this. So this is one inclined plane that has cut the prism like this, and it has come out from the prism like this. Now because of this prism, what will happen? Because of this plane, what will happen is this part of the edge, this edge A, edge at C, which was initially drawn full, this is the edge at C. Because the plane is coming in between, this part of the line will be dotted. From here to here, this edge C will be dotted. Similarly, edge A will be dotted here. Between this to this, because plane is in front. So this part will be dotted. Okay. So what we have now drawn, intersection of a solid, that means this square prism, with a plane. So this is a plane which has intersected the prism like this. And that same plane is seen like this in the side view. So side view, front view, top view, and the plane has gone inside from here and it has come out from here. Okay. So how we are, I'll just revise what we have done. What we have done is, we have started with a point P. We marked point P on the solid, and then we have drawn this point P in the other 2 views by making use of projector lines and whatever knowledge we have about projections of points. Then we have extended that point in line, saying that there is a line which is coming and touching to the prism at this point. Then we have drawn this line over here and here. After that we have extended that line further so that it will go inside the prism and it will come out of the prism. Then from the top view we came to know that it will come out from this point on the prism. So because of that we got the point on the prism in the front view from where the line will come out. So line PQ was drawn. This much part of the line PQ was inside the prism and this part of the line is outside the prism. Now whatever we have done for PQ, same thing we have done by taking another point S and then drawn a line. That line has got inside the prism and then we have drawn the entire line intersecting the prism like this. Just like line PQ, we have drawn like line ST. Then with these two lines, we have joined these two lines by several such lines, and all these lines between P line and S line, those lines were touching to the prism here, and then all these points which is forming a line, that line we have drawn in the three views. In the process what we have done is we have drawn a plane which is intersecting the solid. Now if we understand up to this much, then what we can do is we are now going to describe the problem which we are going to solve. So in our case what is going to happen is we will be given one solid like this with all the dimensions, and then instead of this plane we will be given one solid here which I will draw. There will be one solid which is again a square prism which I am drawing like this. So this is a square prism. I will draw here maybe 1, 2, 3 and 4. We are given the names to the corners of the prism. So instead of this prism being intersected by a plane which we have already seen, the prism is intersected by a square prism. So this entire solid, this full thing is a solid. So this square prism of certain dimension which is given to you, it is intersecting the prism and it is coming out from the prism from the other side. So our job is to show this prism in this top view and in the front view, and like what has happened with this plane, the plane was touching to the cylinder, to the vertical prism at these two places. So this was a curve of intersection of prism with plane. I'll repeat, this was a curve of intersection of prism with plane. Now we have to draw a curve of intersection between this prism and this prism. What you will have to do is, just like what we have handled this plane, so like this plane, you can see here there are 4 planes. Here there was one plane. Now there are 4 planes, 1, 2, 3 and 4. These 4 planes are cutting the prism. So if you could draw 4 planes, like we have drawn one plane. So similar to one plane, if you could draw 4 planes here, then those 4 planes combined together, they will form the required solid. And like this line PS, these 4 planes also will have their own lines, and those lines will form a curve over here. Now what we will have to do for that? See, you go back and see what you have done for this. Whatever you have done for this, same thing you have to do for all the 4 planes. Now one thing at this stage you remember very well, very well, and this you will be using many times at many places for getting answers of many questions. What is that thing? It is that if you are asked some question, okay, what is the question? The question asked is, draw the intersection of plane 1, 2 with the solid, this solid. Draw the intersection of plane 1, 2 with the solid like this. So when the question is asked, what you do is, you try to find out the answer by comparing this question with another question which you already know the answer. Now you create a question of your own. This is a question that is asked. This is a question which you have created yourself, that you have drawn one plane and you have found out how this plane is going to be seen if it intersects to the prism. So whatever you have done for this particular plane, same thing you have to do for this plane and you will obviously get the answer. So what you have done here, this plane you have split it into lines. So one line, last line was here, one more last line was on this side here. So these two lines you saw where they touch to the prism. So accordingly you have got this point, and then the same line comes out from the prism, from where it comes out, etc. Whatever we have done, like that we have found out the intersection of the plane with the solid, which we already know. So same thing we are going to do for this particular line, for this line, for this line and for this line. When you do that, then you will be able to complete the problem by calling the set of 4 lines as a solid. Okay. Now how this is done, that is the next thing. So now we are going to see how this problem is to be solved by taking actual example which you are going to solve as a practical problem. That will be problem number 1, where one prism like this is intersected by another prism like this. Now that problem we will explain just now. Wait.